Alright guys, so you may have seen my 5 reasons to avoid the Galaxy A54, but in this video we're going to be talking about 5 reasons to pick up the Galaxy A54. Now if you guys haven't seen my 5 reasons to avoid the Galaxy A54, I'll leave a link in the description and the top comment down below so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Again, these videos are for the people that are kind of on the fence about the Galaxy A54. So the first reason is that this is packed with security updates and OS updates. So if you guys don't know already, we have Android 13 out of the box on here. We have One UI on here as well. We don't have the core one that the Galaxy A14 has. It's kind of like a budget or like a light version of it. But not only do we have 4 years of operating system updates, which is honestly pretty crazy, from Android 13 to Android 17. So honestly, you can have this device for the next 4 years to 2027 and you're going to be completely good. Not only do we have that, but we also have 5 years of security patches. So if you really wanted to stretch the Galaxy A54 out as long as possible and you guys don't really like spending money on devices, you can splurge on the A54 and you can use this seemingly for the next 5 years until 2028. So it's a very, very future-proof device as far as software updates go. Now, I've gotten a lot of comments saying you can get the used Galaxy S21, you know, a used this and that, all of these crazy flagship devices from either like 2021, 2020, and even 2022, of course. But they are not going to be supported as long as the Galaxy A54. So that's kind of like the best rebuttal I can give you guys. Obviously, they're going to have better cameras, they're going to have better screens, better chipsets and stuff like that. But the thing is, they're not going to be covered on software updates for as long as the A54. And honestly, you may have to buy a phone sooner because of it. Our second reason to pick up the Galaxy A54 is going to have to be, of course, the form factor of this device. Now, this is one of the sexiest devices I have ever seen. Mid-range, flagship, budget phone, just in general. I'm not even going off of budget and mid-range phones. But even at a mid-range price of $449, this device is beautiful. We have a premium phone right here with glass material on the back, and we don't have to call it Glastic anymore, which was the term that they used, I believe, for the polycarbonate back, which is like a condensed plastic. So no more plastic on the A50 series devices. Hopefully this stays here. Hopefully they just go up from here and they go to metal, or maybe stay glassed or frosted glass in the future. That would be beautiful. But the form factor on this device is great. 6.4 inches is very, very comfortable, honestly. And it just looks good in general. You know, I know there's people saying that, you know, the screen to body ratio isn't that great. The screen is fugly. Look at the bezels and stuff. The bezels are a little bit big, and that was one of the things that I talked about in the cons of this device. But in general, this is a very simple and clean design on this. Also, not to mention that we have some really, really good colors on this device, and I think they're the best colors that we've seen on an A50 series device. Obviously, that's just my opinion, but these colors look so nice on the glass back and even the polycarbonate back that we have in the Galaxy A34. So if you guys were thinking about getting the A34 instead, that's about €100 less than this device, or dollar, depending on what region that you're currently in. So, you know, Galaxy A54, the sexiest A-series device. I'm gonna say it right now, you can quote this, the sexiest A-series device to date. Not only does this have 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and don't worry, I'm not flexing on you guys with 128 gigs of storage. I think that's pretty standard for this price. But we have kept the micro SD card slot. So that's something that we still have over Apple that, you know, Apple doesn't have on certain devices. Of course, they're going to be charging you like $100 or $150 more, depending on the storage type you get. So that's kind of like a luxury or like a nicety that we have on the A54, is that we still have the, where's it at? We still have the room on top right here, the SD card slot, to expand our memory. So that's always great. That's something that I hope Samsung doesn't take away. Although cloud storage is getting more and more popular and more prominent nowadays, that is something I hope they don't take away, or at least it lasts another 5 years or something like that. We move fast right now with AI and all that stuff. It's getting scary. But anyways, that is a nice thing to see on the Galaxy A54. So nice to see that there, and I'm sure a lot of people were happy that it remained. All right, guys. So our next reason to pick up the A54 is going to be that it's a decent price. Even though we have many other options, and this isn't particularly a competitive price, it still is a very, very reasonable price for what you get. Now, I feel like the only other thing that you can come to a rebuttal with is obviously, like I said before, there's other competition, but if you want an A series device, if you want those years of operating system updates, and you're just kind of like that brand loyal person, you love Samsung A series devices, I think $449, in all honesty, if you just want this device, is very, very reasonable for what you get. So the specs included inside of it, the Exynos 1380, 128 gigabytes of internal storage, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 1000 nits upgraded from last year's 800 nits on the Galaxy A53. But I think it's a good device. I don't think you should upgrade from the A53 to the A54. If you want to upgrade to this device, I would wait another year and get this device on a mega sale, $100, $200 off, or even if you can get it on sale this year during like a holiday or something like that. But I think for the price tag at $449, I think this is a reasonable price for what you get in here. And last but not least, something that I've been kind of holding off is the haptics on this device. I know that's the most random thing. If you don't know what haptics are, it's kind of like the vibration in the phone. So when you tap on your back buttons, or when you swipe up or click on an application and you feel that little vibration, or you're texting, those are the haptics, if you didn't know that. I know there's some people out there that aren't nerds. I'm sorry. But the haptics have significantly improved from the Galaxy A53. It's actually really impressive. I was playing around with my S22 Ultra. I don't have the S23. I didn't think I needed to upgrade from the S22 Ultra. I'm like, I use this as my camera anyway, so. But the haptic feedback is literally at the same quality as the Galaxy S22 Ultra now. What I ended up doing, because I haven't been getting calls on this, I didn't put my main SIM in it. This is kind of like a secondary phone for me. Most people call me on my main phone when I actually do get a call. Never happens still. But anyways, going to this device, I really didn't notice the haptic feedback until I went into the settings and I turned on vibration intensity and finally turned up the system vibration. So it was on low, and I think it's set on low. Vibration is great on here. Haptic feedbacks, absolutely great. They actually feel like a flagship device this year, and I don't know if that has to do because we are paired with a glass back on here, and you know, it's more premium materials, even though we have the plastic sides on here. But the vibration feels much better. Haptics are much nicer and they feel more premium. So that's something that I really liked about the Galaxy A54. I know it may be stupid to some other people, and I know there's a lot of people, including my mom, who doesn't like haptics at all, and she wants to always have that setting off. But yeah, really like the haptics on this device. Weird thing to say, but haptics are great on here. But that was my 5 reasons to pick up the Galaxy A54. I have a pros and cons video on this device as well, and I have many other videos showcasing the A54, and of course many other videos to come. But if you want to check out the 5 reasons not to buy if you're on the fence about buying this, again, go in the description down below, click on that link and check out that video. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helped you making a purchase decision because it's an important thing to do. But drop a like if you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Zafon from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.